Anyway, enough about CNN. Let's talk about COVID, the disease that's been around for so long that it's now at high risk of catching COVID. Since first being discovered in South Africa, we've now learned that Omicron has been in countries around the globe. And today, they confirmed the first known case in the United States. Yeah, I mean, damn, Omicron got here quickly. You know, say what you want about Joe Biden, but he got that supply chain moving. Am I right, guys? No? All right. So yes, apparently they found a single case of Omicron in California, which is just so typical. You know, Omicron gets a little buzz and immediately wants to try and make it in Hollywood. Oh, I'm special. But aside from learning about COVID's newest variant, now we're also learning more about its most famous supporter, Donald J. Trump. Do you remember how last year, a month before the election, he suddenly came down with coronavirus? Yeah, it was hilarious. I mean, it was very scary. We were all so scared, so scared.
Hi, my name is Likhim Simang, and I'm interrupting your favorite show because there is an issue that's dear to my heart that I really need us to talk about. According to saferspaces.org, between 25 and 40% of South African women have experienced sexual or physical IPV. That's intimate partner violence. Look, we've run hashtags, we're tired. We've run ads, we're tired. Nothing changes. It can't be business as usual, guys. So it's time for us to act, to do something. If you need help, there are platforms available. You don't need to go through this alone. Let's come together and stop the violence.
Well, now we're finding out that Trump was basically a one-man super spreader.
We do begin with breaking news. Donald Trump tested positive for coronavirus 3 days before his first debate against Joe Biden on September 29, 2020. This stunning revelation is in a new book by former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows that was obtained by The Guardian. A positive test the country never knew about.
Here is the timeline as we know it. On Saturday, September 26th of 2020, Trump hosted the Rose Garden event for Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett.
And then later that evening, he made his way to a rally in Pennsylvania. As Marine One is lifting off for that event, the White House doctor calls and says to stop him because his COVID test came back positive. According to Meadows, he was then tested again. That test came back negative, so they moved on as though nothing had happened. On Tuesday, the day of the debate, Meadows says Trump was moving more slowly than usual, but, quote, nothing was going to stop Trump from going out there.
Of course, 2 days after that, Trump tested positive again, alerts the world by tweet, later spends 3 nights in the hospital getting treatment.
Yeah, people, Donald Trump got a positive COVID test, then retested and got a negative test, and then just went about his life without telling anybody. Which, I mean, on the one hand, was incredibly irresponsible and dangerous. But on the other hand, was very relatable. I mean, that's why you get second opinions, right? If one doctor tells you that you're very ill and you don't have much longer, but another doctor says, looking good, my man, you should go to Miami. I mean, you're gonna roll with that doctor. But what was especially irresponsible about this is that he completely hid his positive test right before he went on stage and screamed at 98-year-old Joe Biden for 2 hours. Like, I'm not saying that Trump was trying to assassinate Joe Biden, but he definitely wasn't going out of his way to avoid it. If this is God's plan for Joe Biden, what can I do to stop it? Except maybe wear a mask, which I won't do because it's totally gay. So gay. And looking back on it, we should have been able to tell that Trump had coronavirus at the debates.